taken its place among the educational institutions of America as a promoter of knowledge, an advancer of culture, and a builder of character. It inspires true friendship, teaches truth, temperance, and tolerance, extols virtue, exacts harmony, and extends a helping hand to all who seek it. I believe in the primacy of alma mater, in the usefulness of my fraternity, in its influence and its accomplishments, and I shall do all in my power to perpetuate its ideals, thereby serving my God, my country, and my fellow men.
Alma mater first, Theta Chi for alma mater. The brothers of Beta Sigma hold academics in the highest regard. Coming off a relatively disappointing 2009 spring semester, the chapter placed scholarship at the top of its priorities. Many improvements were made to the chapter's scholarship plan. Notable additions include mandatory weekly study hours for all brothers whose GPAs fall below the all-men's average on campus. Increased scholarship programming was also a focus this year. 2 guest speakers from the Center of Academic Success presented helpful study techniques to the entire chapter. During the fall, Kelly Grimm visited the chapter house to give a presentation on test anxiety during final exams. More recently, Mike Resch came to speak to the brothers about maximizing our studies by realizing our memory capacities. Student-faculty relationships were fostered when Beta Sigma and Pi Beta Phi hosted their annual student-faculty dinner. This event gave students a great opportunity to get to know their professors in an out-of-class environment. The increased focus on scholarship paid off this year with a significant increase in Brotherhood GPA. Recruitment is one of the most important aspects of any fraternity. Beta Sigma strives to recruit the highest quality members, thus sustaining the reputation of the fraternity and ensuring the future success at Lehigh University. Recruitment took place this year as it has in the previous years, informal recruitment in the fall and formal recruitment during the first weeks of the spring semester. Beta Sigma took advantage of informal recruitment by attending Meet the Greeks, where a table was set up to answer any questions about Greek life. An open house in the fall allowed us to showcase our amazing chapter house. Formal recruitment swung into high gear when over 50 brothers and recruits traveled to Lyndhurst, New Jersey to experience a medieval times dinner show. We also continued the annual Wing Bowl experience, this year sending 9 brothers and 9 recruits to Philadelphia for the event. This year we tried to interact with recruits in a more relaxed and informal environment. One of those ways was by participating in intramural events. Beta Sigma had an extremely successful recruitment year, bringing in 13 outstanding new members, one of the largest new member classes at Lehigh. Teach by example. This is a phrase in which our new member program is built upon. During the 6-week new member education period, the new members are taught about the history and ideals of our fraternity. In addition, the new members gain a respect and appreciation for the chapter house. 2 brotherhood lock-ins occurred this year, where new members worked hand-in-hand with brothers to not only maintain but to improve all aspects of our house. Leading by example has created a successful and important educational period for our new members. Beta Sigma had a successful year in terms of community service and philanthropic events. We started off our academic year by teaming up with Alpha Gamma Delta Sorority for our annual Strikes for Tykes bowling tournament. The annual event raises money for juvenile diabetes research. Another event included Beta Sigma partnering up with Lehigh's Association of Student Alumni to host a dodgeball tournament to raise awareness for breast cancer. During October, Beta Sigma welcomed families and children from the local community during Lehigh's annual Spooktacular. One of the most inspiring events of the fall semester was Beta Sigma's involvement in a sexual awareness flash mob. Over 60 participants from more than 12 organizations collapsed on the library floor simultaneously for 1 full minute to draw attention and awareness about sexual violence on campus and elsewhere. A women's studies class in which 2 of our brothers were leaders organized the event. Beta Sigma ended the fall semester by taking part in Lehigh's annual Adopt a Family. This holiday-themed event assigns organizations a family and a wish list from the local community. The spring semester kicked into gear when 4 brothers headed to a local Bethlehem church to deliver presentations informing children about the life of Martin Luther King Jr. and his beliefs. In March, Beta Sigma partnered with several on-campus organizations to create a coffee house environment where all of the entrance fees were donated to relief efforts in Haiti. Most recently, Beta Sigma ran a basketball station at Lehigh's annual Spring Fling. Our community service does not end here though. During mid-April, Beta Sigma will be partnering up with 5 other Greek organizations for a week-long slew of fundraisers and is slated to be a huge hit. The Brothers of Beta Sigma understand that we would not be where we are today without our parents' support. Realizing this, we believe that our parents should be involved with the fraternity. Last fall, we brought all of our families together at our annual Parents' Dinner. Additionally, over 13 families have participated in our Sunday Parents' Dinner program. On Sunday nights throughout the semester, families volunteer to come and cook the entire chapter house a delicious home-cooked meal. It is important for our families to know where and how we live.
Crazy for you. Oh, when you come crash into me.
Brother Matthew Meese, the chapter treasurer, has an outstanding relationship with our Fraternity Management Association advisor, Betty White. After meeting on a weekly basis, Matthew and Betty have been able to create a successful and manageable budget for the academic year. Beta Sigma was fortunate to have our kitchen renovated this past summer. With the support of our alumni, the entire kitchen was gutted and replaced. Keeping with the idea of sprucing up our kitchen, Beta Sigma also hired a new cook this year. Matthew Roth joined the Beta Sigma family, and our stomachs could not be happier. One of the privileges of being in a social organization is the opportunity to collaborate and support other student organizations. This academic year, Beta Sigma strengthened its relations with the Lehigh Women's Center, beginning with co-sponsoring the annual Take Back the Night March. This event involved marching across campus, commemorating and honoring all victims of sexual violence and abuse. This relationship continued as Beta Sigma invited up members of the center for a presentation on rape culture. We discussed many things pertaining to the serious issue of rape on campus. During the week leading up to the infamous Lehigh-Lafayette football game, the Brothers of Beta Sigma took part in many of the Spirit Week activities. Bed races have been a tradition here at Lehigh for decades. The brothers cheered on our team of 5 racers as they victoriously reached the finish line. Recently, Beta Sigma brought in a program sponsored by the Health Center entitled Sexperts. Trained students offered advice and information on safe sexual relationships.
About you wear it so well, tied up and twisted the way I like to be. For you, for me, come crash into me, baby.
Finally, the Brothers of Beta Sigma continue to strengthen their relationship with the Lehigh Police Department by having Corporal Connell speak to the chapter about risk management and safety on campus. Beta Sigma had an extremely successful year with regard to social programming, participating in over 30 events throughout the academic year. In order to successfully put on these events, Beta Sigma invited speakers from the nationally recognized intervention program, TIPS, to discuss how to host a responsible, safe, social event. Notable events this year include our annual band party. A local favorite cover band played in Beta Sigma's basement for over 100 students. This event was so successful that plans have already been made to bring the band back next year. Beta Sigma Brothers also enjoyed our annual holiday party, bringing dates to the chapter house for some holiday fun. Lastly, the brothers gained valuable etiquette skills when Delta Gamma Sorority came over for a nice etiquette dinner this semester.
Okay, senoritas and caballeros, and ladies and gentlemen, meine Damen und Herren, hey baby from the 17. Okay, put your hands up in the air, die Hände in die Höhe, und everybody sing now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, hey baby, I wanna know if you'll be my girl.
We are Beta Sigma. We are Theta Chi.